I'm smiling because all my movies start with me and a frowny face. There, let's get that out of the way. Look, those corners we chiseled out and packed in, and we used dyed mortar. Shut the cavity in the back. Now look at these white joints somebody else decided to use without matching the dye, without matching the existing mortar color, which is a light tan buff. Imagine if I would have did what they did and packed it in white all the way up. It would just look terrible. It would look terrible. Bright white little lines on either side going all the way up, straight up. It would just be an anathema to construction. An anathema, I'm sorry. It just wouldn't be good. Looked up and down my work. Sorry for that little sun in your eyes. You're getting your eyes sun. This side. And we're going to take a quick run up there. I don't want to mess around with this too much. I'm spending too much time making movies. Hurry up. Somebody get ready to say something stupid because I get tired out climbing these things. And I do. Okay. Up we go. Step by step. Up we go. That'll turn. I just waterproofed it. Look it up. It goes on blue, which really scared me the first time I used it. I thought these people are going to sue me. There's my work, nice and up close. Remember all the atrocities? I think it came out beautifully. All the way up, we laid the stones on that one corner guy. I didn't completely pull it, but I ground back. That is a great, strong, wonderful thing now. There's nothing wrong with it. It's going to last a million years. I'm quite happy with it. Watch this. There's this side face. I want to show you guys something. Alright? I hope you can see this. I was grinding and it did get away from me. It got away from me, the grinder, skipped up. That's from the diamond wheel, pulling a wheelie, come up, and I didn't even see this. The wheel got stuck and wound up into the tool guard. It hurt up here, and I was scared because I throw a pitch up here and it's frightening anyway, let alone have an accident like that. I finally pulled all the material out of the tool guard, and then I didn't want to look at it. I had a lot of grinding to do, and I made up my mind, don't look at it, you just get scared. Keep working. I didn't see any blood out, and I know bone wasn't showing. You know, that's how you move along. Some genius wrote in, I let it be announced how much I bid on this, so you guys can start learning how to bid masonry, or have some kind of guide. I figure 6 to 8 hours on this job. Somebody wrote in and actually did the math. Well, that means you can get $212.18, which is a lot of money. Man, if we wanted to be W-2 wage slaves, I'd be getting up at 5:30 in the morning and going to a union job. It ain't gonna happen. I am an independent contractor. I do what I want. This is the one job. I've actually done 4 jobs this month. I've worked a total of 20 hours. I've made about $3,500 this month. I do not work hourly. I do not figure it hourly. What you got to figure is you got 4 sides to grind. You're going to be here on hot, miserable days. I was covered with sand and sweat. Tools get away from you and get hurt. What you don't want to do is get in the middle of a job and then just throw your tools down and say, screw this, I'm losing my ass on this anyway, I'm going to do a half-butt job. You just don't want to do that. No matter how bad this job gets, you got to be able to say, man, I'm making good money on this. There's a beginning, middle, and end to each job, and move along so we can get paid on this. We don't work hourly. We don't bid hourly. The closest I get to that is what I said, crowns start at $3.25. If anybody wants to be able to constitute your money, you start whipping out things like that. Flashing starts at $3.25. Anything about tuck pointing, relaying stone, even if you're not dressing it, I know what I'm getting into. That, you got to figure, other guys are bidding against you, and they were. I'm neck and neck with things. I don't even know how, because I only bid to what I want. I want $1,000 anyway. I will stick by this job, and I will see it to fruition, and not change my price. And the guy that wrote in about, well, you make this much per hour, I probably have almost 150 miles logged on this job. I have a tripometer on my van. I know what I'm doing. He didn't factor in waterproofing, the tar. You're selling your materials that I've already bought and is left over in other jobs. I actually bought extra waterproof for this because it's a big waterproof job. Get off that hourly stuff. Figure out worst case scenario. Sorry. Worst case scenario. It's going to be a long grind job. It's going to be miserable on all these days. I'm going to get busted up and sore. But figure that out, and then figure out what you think is good money. You are going to wind up happy with your jobs, happy with your work. Anybody that wants to complain about that is not making enough money because they're undercutting themselves, and screw you, you're hurting yourself. Don't be disillusioning my subscribers or the people that come to me for answers, because we don't work for $210 an hour or $600 an hour. I did a waterproofing for a guy. It took me 45 minutes and I made $600 in Slippery Rock. He was a chemical engineer. He would not take one step up ladder. I tried to talk him out of it. He had his mind set. I was the only guy that showed up, and I got my price. I actually tried to price my way out of it. He insisted. He thought he made out. I felt I made out. And there's money in waterproofing. The waterproofing on this chimney is just part of the job. I include it. And I do let him know if it was just that service, it would cost you an arm and a leg. Acid washes started at $125, and I think I'm picking that up to $225 because you're handling muriatic acid, and anything like that is not good. Lots of money to be made in my industry, kids. Do them chimneys. I'm trying to give you an idea on how to bid masonry. I'm trying to give you an idea of what you're doing, and you know what? There's guys bidding masonry that wouldn't come up on a roof last year. Times are tough, and people aren't putting money into home additions and pools. They're saving their money. And now guys that weren't willing to do this last year or for the past 20 years are doing it now. And I've been in this industry 30 years. That's all I need to do is chimneys to make a living. Guys are coming in, but I'm the only guy, it seems, that usually makes sense and actually knows what I'm looking at. So your experience and your confidence, which I'm trying to instill confidence in you too, you're going to be able to handle this stuff. And you got a great guy behind you, and that is the chimney right. And every one of you guys that stick with me, you start doing chimneys, guess what? You're the chimney right. You make chimneys right. Look up wheelwright. Wagon wheels were not made by carpenters. They were made by people that just made wheels. That's how I came up with the term chimney right. We're just chimney mows, man. It's what we do. Mosey along from job to job. Do our work. Hey, you got the chimney right, chimney king. Oh, I promised we'd look at that. Isn't that a beaut? I'm going to get a little zoom on that. Look at that old style, beautiful chimney. They call them dragon's teeth. Brought in from German immigrants. You see some walls in this neck of the woods. It keeps kids from sitting on your wall. I'm half German. They're a bunch of haters. I brag up my Irish side. I got tarring to do. I got more waterproofing to do. Mel's coming to help me pack up ladders. Much to do. Thank you for subscribing. You're geniuses if you're sweeping and expanding your knowledge base in business. I'm going to show you several different skill sets and how to build them so you can make a lot of money. Okay, kids? Later on.